Friends, hope you are all doing well. This is our seventh part of season video session. Today we will discuss on if-else statement. So if-else statement is a fundamental control flow statement that allow us to execute different blocks of code based on certain condition. To understand this line, let's discuss some examples. So basic syntax, what is the syntax of this if-else? If, then one condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute this code. If the condition is false, then it will go for this else block and it will execute this else block code. So let's start with example 1. I have already written all these codes here. Let's run one by one. Let's uncomment the first example. This is a simple one, simple if else statement. If the number is greater than 0, then the number is positive, else the number is not positive. So the flow is like this. It will first check if the number is greater than 0. Number is 15 and it is greater than 0. Then this first block is true. This condition is true and the first block will get executed. If the number is less than 0, meaning if the first if block condition is false, then it will enter to this else block. Let's check what is the output here. It should show the number is not positive. Yes, because the first if condition is false, so it is entering into this else block. If it is true, then it will enter into this block, this if block. Let's see. It should show the number is positive. Yes, that is what our flow is. Another example we can discuss, that is if else if ladder. What is this if else if ladder? We can use multiple if and else if statement to check multiple conditions. If there is multiple conditions, like if our requirement is multiple condition we need to check, at that time we can add multiple if else block. How? First it will check the first if condition. If this is true, it will enter into this and the rest of this two block will not get executed. If the first is false, it will go for the next block and it will, if this one is true, then it will execute this line of code. If both the if block is not true, it will enter into this else block. So let's check. First it is 15, it will check for 15. So 15 is greater than 0, it will print this one. And if it will enter into one block, it will not check any other block of this if else statements. Got it? So first let's run this one. What it is showing? The number is positive. Yes, the number is positive. Let's say the number is less than 0 to make this else if condition true. Less than 0 means we can assign a minus or negative value here and run this one. The number is negative. Yes, because it will enter into this. First it will check if the number is greater than 0. No, because minus 15 is not greater than 0. Then it will come to this block and this condition will be checked. Minus 15 is less than 0. Yes, minus 15 is less than 0. This condition is going to be true. So this line of code is getting executed. So it will not check else block or it will not go for this else block. So the number is negative. If the number is not greater than 0, not less than 0, then the number should be equal to 0. If it is not greater or less, then it is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then it will first check not greater than 0. Yes, this is false. This is also false because 0 is not less than 0. 0 is equal to 0. So it cannot be greater or cannot be less. So this both of these condition is false. Now it will enter into this else block and it will print the number is 0. Got it? So this is our else if ladder. Example 3. Nested if else. When one if else block is present inside another if block or else block, that time we can say this is a nested if else block. So this if else is nested inside this if block. We can also nested another if else block inside this else block. So one if else block is present inside another if block or else block, that is called a nested if else block. So what it is doing, first it will checking if the number is greater than 0. Let's say the number is 0 now, so it will not enter into this number is greater than 0, it will enter into this else block. Let's run this application and check what it is showing. The number is not positive, the number is not positive, it is entering into this else block. If I will make it 10, then what will be the output? Number is greater than 0, yes. So what it will check then? It will first print the number is positive. Okay. Then it will check for another if else block, the nested one. So it will check number modulus division 2 equal to 0. So what this modulus, this is the operator modulus division. So what it will do? It will divide the number with 2 and return the remainder if it is 0 or not. So basically it will check if the number is divisible by 2 or not. So our number is 10. So our number is 10. 10 is not 10 is divisible by 2, which is the first if is getting like true, then it will print this number is even. So whenever we run this one, what should be the output? The number is positive and the number is even. If we will give the number is like 11, then what it will print? It will first go for this first if condition. It will print the number is positive, then it will check for the if the number is divisible by 2. If it is 2 not divisible by 2, then it will go come for this else block. So our 11 is not divisible by 2, so that is a odd number, so it will enter into this else block and this will print the number is odd. The number is positive and the number is odd. Number is positive and number is odd. That is our nested if else. Example 4. Using logical operator. So what is this logical operator? And, not, or. There is a logical operator also we will discuss in one of our like any of our video session. So bool, bool is a data type which will store true or false. So first it will assigning, it will checking if the number is modulus division 2. If the number is divided by 2, then it will store true, otherwise it will store false. And if the number is greater than 0, or if it is a positive number, then it will store true, otherwise false. So in case if the number is even, it will store true, otherwise false. And in case of the number is positive, then it will save store, otherwise false. So what does this AND operator is doing? So this AND operator, whenever we place this AND operator in between two variable, it will check both the operator as true. So if each even is true and each positive is true, both are true, then only this line is going to be print. Each even is true and each positive is false. Not means the opposite of true. Okay. So if each even is true and each is positive is false, then this line is going to be print. When each even is false and each positive is true, that time this line is going to be executed. And when none of this if block is true, then this else block will be executed. So let's check 11. So 11, first 11 modulus division by 2 it's not 0 because 11 is not divided by 0. 11 is not a even number, so it is false. And 11 is a positive number because it is greater than 0. So this one is false and this one is true. First it will check is even is true. For our case it is now false and this is true. So is even is false. So the first if block is not going to be executed. If any one of this variable is returning false, then this block will not get executed because it will check both. As the AND operator is there, it will check both the variable as true. One of them is false, then whole block is not going to be executed. So it will not check any other condition. The first one is false, so it will get out of this block. Again it will check is even is true. No, is even is false. So it is also not checking this block. Is even is false. Yes, is even is false. And is positive is true. So this condition is going to be satisfied and this number is a positive or so it will print as the is even is false and is positive is true. So this condition is getting satisfied and this console.WriteLine is going to be print. So let's see what is the output here. The number is a positive odd number. So the number is a positive odd number. Let's comment this code as well. And our last example, that is ternary operator. So what is this ternary operator? For simple condition, we can use ternary operator. This question mark and this colon, which is a shorthand for if else. So this is a shorthand or we can say short form of simple if else conditions. So the first till this question mark, this is a if block. Till this is if block, and after this colon, this is else block. So if the number is greater than 0, then this is our statement to be executed. Otherwise, the else part will be executed. So the number is definitely greater than 0 as our number is equal to 11. So it is definitely greater than 0. So the first if block is getting true. So this line will be get executed. So our result will be the number is positive and in console.WriteLine we have written result. So it will print the number is positive. Yes, if I will set this one as 0. So what it will do? It will first check if the number is greater than 0. No. This first if block is not getting executed or it is not true. So it will go for this else part or this colon part and it will store this number is not positive inside our string result and this will going to be print. The number is not positive. See, the number is not positive. So this is the, we can say this is the equivalent code for our first example. Same number is greater than 0, the number is positive, otherwise the number is not positive. So that 4 or 5 lines of code can be replaced by this single line of code, which is ternary operator. But we can use only for simple if else condition, not for complex if else condition. So this is our ternary operator. And that is all about our if else block or if else statements. In our next chapter or in our next video, we will discuss loops, for loops, while loops, do while loops, whatever the loops are there, we will discuss on that. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.